Welcome to Put a Word on It, a podcast presented by Men of Valor. In each episode, we're going to talk with a different man, but each one with a unique journey from brokenness to freedom. I'm your host, Rudy Kalis. I spent over 40 years as a TV sportscaster, then retired and joined the Men of Valor program as a volunteer. So join the conversation. Reconciling men to God, their families, and society. Well, welcome to another edition of Put a Word on It. I want somebody to come in your life that I really like and just got to meet. Big, beautiful smile on JJ, Justin Johnson. And if you know him, you find out, you look back at his life and you say, what in the world, how did all of this change? This young man is a farmer, loves horses, he has pigs, he's got a ranch and things he takes care of. You never know what's going to happen to you in your life, and that's with his life, all the troubles that he went through. So we tell his story, and I hope you like it. Take me back when you were a kid. You're in White House, Tennessee. You know, got mom and dad?
No. They split when I was a year and a half, 2 years old. And I was adopted.
You were adopted?
Yeah, so I know no biological family.
Okay, you don't know any.
Nope.
You think that's ever affected you?
I believe so. Yeah, because in their divorce, it was kind of like a weapon, it would seem like. I mean, it was a nasty divorce between them. So it was like a weapon for them to use, saying, you know, well, that's not even your dad, you know, really, and things like that. So it was pretty rough. It affected me, and I was told at a very young age and didn't understand, and I was told in anger. So it's just, you know, it was rough.
What did that fuel inside of you? What kind of a kid did you become?
Nobody wanted me, or I wasn't deserving, or didn't care. Just like, it's just me. Pretty much. It's me against everybody.
What did it lead to?
Abandonment issues, feeling alone a lot, not being able to have true friends or really relationships, isolation. I'd take, you know, pills and things to numb the pain, or, you know, just to escape, really. I actually had an injury when I was 15 and got overprescribed medication, some Lortabs, opiates. And I mean, I was taking 180 a month.
Whoa.
Yeah. And my doctor prescribed them to me. Free, 10 carry, just go up there and get them and keep going.
How did you wind up getting in trouble with the law?
So I would either run out of my prescription or hanging out with the people who like to buy those, you know, the pills and everything. And we did, you know, go steal stuff or get caught with drugs, drinking, vandalism, just all kinds of stuff. And then it just escalated. You know, I got in trouble as a minor and kind of got away from that for a second. And when I turned 18, I got caught for shoplifting because I didn't have any money. I was needing to escape and got caught. Ended up getting out of that, you know, kind of just some community service, you know, slap on the hand, and then ended up catching some felonies at 21. And I was looking at 12 years, and they ended up piling a bunch of restitution. I did about a year and a half in jail and just stayed on probation. Kept screwing up, going back to jail, restart my probation.
What finally woke you up?
So this last time when I went to prison and got involved with Men of Valor, my dad had just passed away. And then which we had just gotten back to kind of together for me just running around being wild and being in and out of jail, rehabs, everything. And he had a stroke, and my sister told me that he's about to pass. And got to spend the last about 45 days with him. And I mean, that was Superman, you know. You don't ever think your dad's going to go. You hear it and you really know, but you don't really feel it until it happens, till he's not there. And that I'd always kept that reservation that whenever he dies, I'll just lose it. So I was selling heroin, doing heroin, and just you know, in and out, hanging out in the wrong neighborhoods, getting shot at, robbing people, and everything. And a guy that I'd sold dope to had gotten caught, you know, a little minor charge and set me up. You know, if you scratch our back, we'll scratch yours kind of thing. So he set me up down at Home Depot in Bradley Parkway, Gallatin Road. and ended up set me up with the Metro Police, and they busted me. 13 years is what we finally signed on. So I said, okay, I'm going to prison. I'd already signed up for Men of Valor to go down to their pod because heard it was cleaner, nicer, easy way to do your time. Really didn't know what Men of Valor was. And Marcus Martin come up and interviewed me. And I said, man, I'm about to go to prison. Just scratch my name off the list. And I seen him scratch my name off the list in Sharpie. And it wasn't 3 weeks later, they moved me down there. So I'm like, well, okay, I'll enjoy it while I can. Started doing the verses in the journal and everything, and got my first timesheet. Well, my timesheet said 6 years. That's all. I signed for 13 years. I've still got the paperwork. And it said 6 years, all consecutive. So I knocked off all my probation with all the good time you get at CCA. I feel like I'm getting over. The same mentality. I'm getting it. I'm running the poker table. I'm taking bets on football games. Just still messing around, still doing the same stuff. On August 16th, 2016, I had a dream at night that my dad talked to me. And he said, this is all you'll ever be. If you keep going down the road you're going down, this is all you'll ever be. You'll be told when to eat, when to sleep, when to use the bathroom, living with people you don't want to live with, and never being free again. And he said, you know what you need to do. And I remember as clean as yesterday. And he said, you got to change. And I went in there that next morning and told Marcus I wanted to commit to Christ. I'd give up everything. Didn't want it no more. Didn't want drugs. Didn't want to get over on people. Didn't care. Didn't care about any of it. I just wanted to never come back to jail. And I would do whatever God told me to.
And you went through the whole program with Men of Valor. You haven't faltered. You've stayed true. You married a wonderful woman.
Yeah.
You got a farm and you're a horseman. Isn't it a joy to be clean? To know you've got a God that loves you, try to live up to that and be a good husband? Because her family probably looked at him and said, what are you doing with this boy? He's been in prison and all of that.
I mean, so it's a running joke. So she actually went through a divorce before we got together, and he was the bank president's son. So she left the bank president's son for a felon.
Oh, no.
We pulled up to their farm one day, and I said, you're crazy.
Oh, my Lord.
So but I wouldn't trade it for nothing. I mean, she knows everything about me. There's no secrets. There's no, she knows what I was going through, when I was going through it, and doesn't look at me, doesn't label me that way, doesn't worry that, he's going to go back into addiction or he's doing this. I mean, we're very transparent.
The thing I like about horses is that you get on a horse, that horse can tell
Yes.
everything about you, can't it? It can tell if you're scared, if you're a phony, if you're real.
Yep.
That's probably attractive to you, isn't it?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I love it. It's, they know, you have a relationship with them. I mean, I would almost say they're like a dog or anything, but they feel what you feel.
Yeah.
If you're scared, they're scared. If you're sad, they comfort you.
Well, the name of the program is Put a Word on It. What do you think? What's a word for you?
Trust.
Trust in what?
In the process and God.
There's a verse that's when you're talking about, that's there in Proverbs 3.
Yeah, Proverbs 3, 5, and 6.
5 and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart.
Lean not on your own understanding.
Do you think it's a shame that you had to learn it the hard way? Or are you kind of look back and say, maybe there was a reason for it all?
Man, it's a lot better this way because I know the bad side. I know what's there. I know what goes bump in the night, and I know that I don't need to go near it.
You're a good man, JJ.
I appreciate that. You are too.
That's great. I love JJ. So let me put a word on it. I love it. Trust. Again, a brand new word that we've had from all the men that we've interviewed. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and don't lean on your own understanding is what it says there in Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Hard for us to do. We go through things in our lives and say, oh, Lord, I trust you, but wait a minute, I can't do this. I can't handle that. Maybe all the tough things you went through in your life build something inside that says the same God that helped me through that and saw me through that is a God I'm going to trust in now. That's why JJ is so successful now. He's a young man with a mission and a plan. He's not going back. He's got a wife. He's going to change the world with all that he does, and we love being able to share him with you. Hope you enjoyed it. Join us again next time as we put a word on it.